My thanks to Pallet Tower of Sale for their sponsorship of this video. It's very much appreciated. Thank you. Just before I actually start talking to fans about tonight's game against Basel, I want to introduce you to a guy who is actually the translator when City play against German clubs, who sits in a little booth and does the simultaneous translation. He's also a City fan, a big City fan. I see him at some away games. He's even been in the vlog before, but I wondered what it's like for him as a fan to also be the official translator and work for the club and work for people like Leroy Sané.
It's always a pleasure working for your own club, and also it gives me a different perspective as being a fan. Normally I'm sat top tier behind the goal, one block away from the away fans, and get a certain view of the game there, and then in the game against Basel tonight I'll be in the press box, so I have a different view of the proceedings tomorrow. What I've realised is how the club, how City have got an attitude that prevails of, if you like, decency. So you want people working for the club and playing for the team who are into the idea of going forward together in a positive way. So I can't imagine City, certainly the current regime, having players with massive egos who are after their own advancement. I think you can see that in the way the teams play now. They've all won the same idea, and the way that they get on. Obviously winning helps, but I think generally, and that's the impression I got from Leroy, very decent person, very young man still, but also very bright and alert, and he knows where he wants to go. But it's a great pleasure watching him and all the others play.
Well, I can't deny that Leroy Sané is probably one of my favourite players at the moment, and he used to play for the team I support in Germany, Schalke, so that's a double whammy. Anyway, some people suggested, I don't think this by the way, but some people suggested that the game against Chelsea at the weekend was a bit boring. Do you really buy into that? Let's find out what the fans think, and just as importantly, one or two ex-City players as well.
Well, I wouldn't say it was boring, it's just that they were boring, and that we were so clinical in what we did in every respect. They came to defend and were so scared of us, it's untrue. I mean, to be champions from last season and come and put a display on like that, it was just unbelievable. It was shocking, to be fair, but that doesn't make us. I mean, we were very good on the day, of course. I know they had like 5 minutes at the end, but to be fair, we outclassed them.
Was it boring from your perspective?
Yeah, really boring. I'm only joking. It was always going to be a tight game because we played the games we played in the week, the cup final, and then Arsenal in the league. So it's always going to be a difficult game. But I thought the players played professionally. It was going to be a big game. Chelsea, a good team, and I thought it was a really confident performance. I really enjoyed it.
The way City are playing at the moment, I mean, they're never boring, are they?
No, they're not. Even on Sunday against Chelsea, it was Chelsea that were boring. It wasn't Man City who were boring. I couldn't understand how they and why they played like they did after they'd gone 1-0 down. I mean, why would you just sit back and City, as Edge's just said, they did the professional thing. They kept hold of the ball and said, "Well, come on, Chelsea, you come and get us." They didn't come out at all. It was bizarre, but it shows what respect other teams, even the big teams, have got for City at the moment, and quite rightly so. It was difficult for Chelsea's manager. What do you do? Does he take a 1-0 defeat, or does he take a 4-0 defeat? It's a tricky one, but yeah, it just shows how good we are as well.
And are you two in competition to who has the least hair?
Yeah, I'm winning so far. I've got Mach 3 razor.
I'm not far behind. Number one for me. I just gone.
Bob uses clippers. I use the Mach 3 razor with shaving foam as well.
Enjoy the game.
Cheers, easy.
I don't think we're playing boring football at all. I think we're playing absolutely sublime football. This is what we've wanted all along. We've wanted to play this kind of football. We've got a fantastic manager, fantastic backroom staff, and I mean, what does it matter? I mean, we were brilliant on Sunday. I didn't make the game. I was ill, so my dad went, and I watched it from home. And to watch the direction and where they were looking, I felt like I was playing, if you know what I mean, because I could see where they were going, and because you get used to our players and what they're doing, you could see what they had in mind. So, I mean, I know Chelsea, I think they did roll over a little bit, but we were outstanding. And it should have been more than 1-0, but I was happy with 1-0. We won the game, we played how we expected to play, and the manager, his celebration said it all, really. It's absolutely fantastic. So all them fans that are saying that it's boring and that, they need to go and bore off somewhere else and watch a different team, because we don't want that type of a fan here.
So what are you expecting tonight?
I'm expecting we'll have a change. I think we'll have a couple of the youngsters on, maybe Phil Foden, maybe Jesus, so that he's getting more match game, maybe rest Sergio. But still at 4-0 up, it's like the gap, isn't it? It's not over till it's over. I'm not taking anything for granted, so hopefully a good win.
Should finish off the job without any doubt. It all depends what team he's putting out.
What team would you put out?
I'd mix it, to be perfectly honest. I give, obviously, the young lads, we all want to see them given the chance, and some of the lads that are floating in and out from time to time, it'd be good to see them get out and out for 90 minutes.
You don't want to take any risks though, do you?
No risk. That's why I said mix the team up, and obviously keep your reinforcements on the bench. He said in case you need to fall on them, but at a 4-0 lead, there should be no reason why we should be asking anybody to come off the bench and pull us out of the mire.
We all know that City are not through yet, but have you thought about who you might fancy in the quarter-finals?
Of course, it'd be Seville. Who else?
Well, the final when we won a good few years ago now, in Vienna, wasn't it? Yeah.
In the rain?
Yeah, in the rain, yeah, never stopped rain. Not rain for 3 months, and then when we got there, it threw it down all day and through the match as well. But we ended up winning anyway. Great day.
What about tonight's game by comparison? It's a bit of a dead rubber, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. It might blood a few youngsters, I know they have a pool of players for Europe, but yeah, I think you'll be resting 1 or 2, yeah.
So many European nights that you've had, Skip, what's your favourite?
My favourite? I think my favourite was when Marcus said we'd go and play on the moon. When we got into Europe, I think that was the favourite, Bob. No, Italy, I think, when we went over there and, got a result against, who was it? Was it Milan? Yeah. That was one of the big nights.
And do you look forward to these European nights now?
I do,
It should be
yeah.
a formality though, shouldn't it?
It should now, yeah. 4-0, you expect them to go on and finish this one off in the quarter-finals and then the semis and then the final, pal.
Vincent Kompany's going to go past you winning trophies the way it's going.
Oh, he's already passed me, pal. He's already passed me. He'll have twice the number I've got by the time he's finished.
Roy Sergio, make some noise for Leroy Sané!
I noticed outside the ground that there's quite a few youngsters and families coming in tonight, perhaps more than normal. So I've come now to the north stand, which is where the family stand is. You can see the team warming up down behind me to see if there are people here tonight who probably wouldn't be here and what it's like coming for maybe a first experience.
Well, it's not a normal thing for me coming to a football match.
We won 2 free tickets.
You won 2 free tickets? Where did you get them from?
We did, I went to a quiz at the under-23s city match, and we did a quiz and you got entered into a draw to win 2 tickets and we won them.
Fantastic. So did you have to answer questions or?
We had to answer quiz questions about the under-23s, yeah.
You're obviously dead clever then, aren't you? Are you excited about being here and watching the first team? Who's your favourite player? Aguero. And for you, I mean, if you don't come very often, are you excited?
I am excited. I watch football no matter what the team is on television. I don't sort of side with one. Any team, I will watch it. And I have been here previously through the company I work for when I was in a box, and that's the last time I was at this ground.
Enjoy your night.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy. Come on, give us a shout.
Yay!
I'm thinking we're going to win, but it won't be easy. Yaya as captain is a surprise, but because Foden's playing, I'm just delighted to be here.
expected. It was job done first game, wasn't it? They've got a few players out. You've got to give players game time, and they're not impressive, but do they have to? Yes, for the paying public. Yeah, I suppose so. But there you go.
Who do you fancy in the quarter-finals?
Anybody, because we can beat anybody. If we have got our first 11 out there, which we've just spoke about, we'll beat anybody.
Well, it was an interesting start to the game. Obviously, great finish from, well, a great move, wasn't it? To get Gabriel Jesus to score the first goal. After that, Ian, I thought Basel came back into the game. There's been indecision between John Stones and Laporte. It's put pressure on the whole defence. They've got higher up the pitch. They've got a different tempo. You play as a 5 and as a 3. They're getting beyond it every single time, and they're creating problems. Not get into the game. Pep won't be happy. Second half, they will be a different tempo.
Not the races tonight. We thought we already through, which it was, and just not. Credit to them. They tried. Nice goal at the end there, and good luck to them.
Is it just about personnel who was picked tonight?
Well, I think so, yeah. 4 or 5 changes in the team tonight, as I say. No Vinny, no Sergio, no Kev, no David Silva. And we need our players on the pitch. If we want to win every game, we need our players there. And we'll learn from this. We'll learn. We know that we've got to play our best team.
Basel, I thought, had something to prove from the first leg. 4-0 up. Not a lot for City to play for apart from a bit of pride. And some players today, they didn't show it as far as I'm concerned. I don't think we're carrying 1 or 2 too many passengers there.
The only benefit that I see is the fact that we lost. We've never lost 2 in a row this season, so I'm happy that we'll stuff Stoke. But apart from that, no.
Yeah, it's now. His legs are gone, definitely. I'd say that they are good enough, but they were, to me, they played 80% tonight. The job was done, and the desire really wasn't there. But we'll take it, we're through. We don't need to worry about it.
Who do you fancy in the next round then?
Dare I say it, I fancy the Scousers, Liverpool. Really do fancy them. They did us at Anfield, we need payback for that one. And I think we can do it, definitely. I don't fear anyone in this competition. I think now PSG have gone, our name's on the cup this year, Ian. It is. We're finally going to do it. We're going to lift that trophy.
I don't want City fans to misinterpret me in any way, shape or form here, Ian, but I'm coming out of that ground there, and listen, the season's been unbelievable. The football we've played has been amazing this season, and I don't want it to come across as if I'm being glum because we've lost 1 game of football, but my opinion is that I'm still coming out of the ground pretty disappointed there. I think Foden, alright, he's young and he maybe he's still a bit naive, but I actually thought he had a really good game tonight based on the fact that he was shoved in against a side like Basel in the spotlight, Champions League night. It's a big occasion for him. Diaz, when he got put on, I love Brahim Diaz, and I thought for the last 15 minutes of that game he was practically wasted out wide on the right, because every time it come across to the right hand side, Danilo, instead of looking towards Diaz and trying to do something positive, he was telling Diaz to give him the ball back, to then go back to Stones and play possession football for playing possession football's sake. And alright, possession football is what's got us where we are in the league and in the competitions that we've been in and still are in this season. But I just personally think that when you can score a goal, why keep possession when there is an opportunity to create something and then go and score a goal as a result? Why do we not want to score goals when we can score goals? For example, in that game then, by Diaz giving the ball back to Danilo, it somewhat stunts our progression in the game, stops us creating a chance that could potentially end up in a goal, and we draw the game 2-2. So I don't want it to be misinterpreted by City fans as if I'm coming out upset and annoyed, because this season we've been out of this world, we've been unstoppable, we've been unbelievable. But I just think that tonight, I still think there was enough on that pitch, even with the substitutions, to maybe come away with a result there and get the second and get the third. Individual mistakes cost us goals tonight, but personally I just think that we could have done a bit more to, we were through anyway, and I'm not saying that, but you still want to win every football match you play, and you can't come away from that and be satisfied with losing 2-1. That's just not the way I believe it should be, so that's my opinion.
Not much to add to that really, except first home defeat of the season, which is unusual for City. Not the best, but unusual circumstances. They go again against Stoke on Monday. I'll be there, of course. If you see me down there, come and say hello. If you're watching from anywhere else in the world, then be assured that there will be another vlog after that game down in the Potteries on Monday evening. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for your nice comments that you make. I do read them and I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.